Brad, can you just talk about what went right during the 11-0 run in the fourth quarter, and then what went wrong when they answered the 9-0 run?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that group really defended with incredible energy, and it led to some good offensive possessions. We were moving the ball, we found the right shot over and over, and even when things didn't go our way with that group, it didn't seem to lower its head. It just kind of moved on to what's next, and we played a team that's playing really well. I thought they were terrific last night in Charlotte. They carried that right over to tonight. They played terrific and made shots. And, in a game like that, you've got to be even more in their airspace. And you got to capitalize even more on the offensive end. Otherwise, you're probably in trouble.
Coach, can you just talk about the lift that Kelly Olynyk gave you guys coming off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, his ability to stretch the floor is big for us. And he's doing a pretty good job of picking his spots as well on seals and different post ups. And but at the end of the day, what makes him different is his ability to stretch the floor.
Brad, just 5 shots for Horford tonight. Would you like to see him be more aggressive,
Yeah,
or was that something the Pistons were doing?
That's a good question, and it's the first thing I saw when I looked at the stat sheet. It's not enough. I know that. And so we need to do a better job of making sure that we help put him in position to be successful.
Right. Were they just hitting a lot of mid-range, or was there something wrong defensively? What did you see throughout the game?
Well, I think the thing that you want to do is you want to be there with the opportunity to challenge and contest jump shots, and obviously those long twos are shots that you want to. If you contest those well, you feel good about them taking. But that's what they make, and they really do a good job with that. I mean, Marcus Morris is a handful for a lot of threes because of his ability to post, back you down, and just shoot over you. But then his ability now to really score and make shots in transition as well. He just keeps adding to his game. I thought Caldwell Pope had some great moments. Tobias, I mean, they're a hard team to match up with. But again, if you're playing a team that feels good about themselves, which they do, and is physical, you got to really get into their airspace. And we just didn't quite do it enough of the time. But I don't want to take away from their play. Their level of play was high tonight.
I know the Celtics made the big comeback in the fourth quarter with Isaiah on the bench, but looking back, do you think maybe you wish you got him in the game a little bit sooner?
Yeah, I mean, he come in with 5. He was at the scores table with 6 to come in or whatever it was. That team came back, was tied up. I mean, he played the whole third quarter. He's got to get some rest. So I'm not too concerned about, maybe if we had started that quarter, on a 6-4 run instead of 11-0.
Brad, any level of disappointment? They're coming off a back-to-back. You guys get Al back, a day off, and they have more energy.
I don't think any of that stuff's predictable. Like I don't want to make excuses for us, them, or anybody else. We had a game to play, 48 minutes. They played better than we did. So that's the end of that story. We've seen us play really well on the second night of back-to-back and not play well with 4 days off. So I don't know that I understand we're all dissecting those even more than we ever have. But, we've also seen kind of those anomalies or those things happen on the second night of back-to-backs.
Brad, I know you said before the game that taking care of the ball, especially if you're having trouble rebounding, is of utmost importance. You only committed 6 turnovers. Can you address how you guys are taking care of the ball?
Yeah, I think we're taking care of the ball pretty obviously really well. I think our shot, I wasn't overly happy with some of our shots. I felt like some of our shots were rushed. But again, I think that when we play good offense, we're really good on that end of the floor. But we have a tendency when teams are making runs against us or things aren't going our way to try to get it all back at once, and you just can't do that. You have to keep hitting singles.